ready? Oh, he left.
Recording's on. Always.
All right. As a celebration for today's session, I will let you guys do the recap. What do you guys remember from last session?
What a reward.
Well, we went down into the mine, or we finished up the mine and tried to go after the beast, but the mine had collapsed, and we instead opted to go back to town and try to collapse the mine. But on the way back, Dylan was messing about with the skull of the mind flayer and accidentally cracked it and exposed a psi crystal, which he picked up. On the way out, we tried to find which cavern was the best to collapse the entire mine so that none of the village people, I was going to say, but yeah, the people of the village would be safe. And let me see who found that. Rain found a cavern with water in it and figured that was a good spot to set up the explosives that we didn't have. And we got attacked by a water beast, whom we slayed, and went out and collapsed the entire mine. Went to the speaker and told him all about our glorious deeds, and he screwed us over. Not wanting to give us any of the gems he had promised. And, well, we weren't too happy about it and told basically that he could just keep the gems. And let's see what happened from there.
Before leaving the mine, I remember Max's owl flew a whole mile down and the pit seemed to be bottomless. Also, the kobolds were waiting outside the mine and they followed you guys into town. And with some subtle suggestion, Max convinced the speaker to be okay with the mine being collapsed and look for other ways of income for the town.
And we found out a secret rumor while in the tavern, and the half-orc told us that a shard had fallen from the sky, a meteor or something, and hit the spine of the world.
Yeah. And you guys told the kobolds to go to Targos and ask for Lynn in hopes for let the kobolds in town and settle in, get some work. Then everyone celebrated 2 days victory with some drinks and rented some rooms and had a long rest in which some of you made some prayers, others identified or attuned to some items. And that's where session ended.
Nice.
So, first thing in the morning, what is everyone doing?
Probably take some ibuprofen to try to recover from this hangover that we're gonna have all day. Then I'd go for my run because that is what Brutus does.
The morning run. Okay.
I'm going for a brisk walk around town. Not obviously at the same time as Brutus goes up at o'clock in the morning, but just to see what is up with this wood that's close to here. It's the only major wood in Icewind. No, there's one more, but the only major wood in Icewind Dale, and it's just want to see what there's anything
there are
odd
like
with it.
2 forests. The biggest one is this one that you're circling through that is called Lonelywood.
Mm-hmm.
and has the same name as the town furthest north from it.
Mm,
And there's a second one close to
got me.
Goodmead and the Hole.
Mm.
I would probably just be finishing up learning Fireball.
Is a third level spell, so it takes 6 hours and 150 gold from you.
Yeah, I already had some progress on it, didn't I?
Yeah, I believe was 2 hours.
Yeah, so for the long rest, 2 hours, and then I'll just hang back 2 hours while you guys do something.
Okay. Are you also subtracting the gold as you go?
Yeah, I'd already subtracted the full 150.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right, all right, all right.
Only 224 more platinum to go.
Thorin, what's your character feeling this morning?
I was wondering. So I want to make a homunculus for one of my artificer infusions, and it needs a gem or crystal worth 100 GP. I don't know if I want to use my side gem for that. I was wondering if I could go to a shop to buy one.
Just retcon it, man. We declined a gem from the speaker out of spite.
No, don't retcon that.
No.
No,
That was
fuck
a
that guy. He was trying to
dangerous
gaslight
one.
us.
Yeah,
You can borrow
Yeah,
100 G
Oh.
from me, man. You can get 100 G from me.
agreed.
I actually have a couple hundred on me, so I got just enough.
he needs the gem though to be able to do the ritual, but
Can you buy the gem off of the mayor?
or not running, like going around town, you're able to find someone that you can speak to and say, "Hey, do you got a gem? How much for it?" And do a bargain if you want to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So after a little bit of searching, you try to roll me investigation.
I can't see it. Nice.
I need to restart my Chrome right quick.
Yeah, but with an 18, you start looking for the people that seem wealthiest the most, and after some declines, you finally run into a woman that looks well dressed, and you ask her if she's got some jewels that she will want to sell. And at first, looks at you kind of like, this looks like a worker class. Why would you want a gem? But then tells you, what kind of gem?
Well, what do you have on hand? I need something that's a little bit rather costly for what I'm looking to do.
And she reaches at her pocket and pulls out a let me roll for this.
What kind of gem? The expensive kind.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say anything specific.
Yes, we have gyms. How much money do you have? Well, that's just how much this gym costs. That's crazy.
Wow, I really cannot find any information on this. Okay, I think that's a little over.
I draw my hammer. She tells me the price. I'm looking for a discount.
She pulls out tourmaline, which is very close to this town's name, and says, I got this at hand. I will ask 150.
Yeah, Thorn's gonna like hold out his hand and ask if he can hold it and check it out.
Sure, here you go.
Yoink.
So he's gonna like toss it around and roll it around in his hand a little bit and not look too impressed. And look back up and say 120.
Roll me persuasion.
Ow.
130.
Oh.
I mean, you can walk away with it right now for 125.
Roll me persuasion again.
What?
Oh my god. I'm
There-
sorry, but I don't think it is any cheaper.
I will go for 130 then.
This freaking game, the amount of 120s we've had is insane.
Get the line and get the 130 gold. And just walks away without even saying thanks or anything.
Yeah, he's screaming internally as he leaves.
And we're currently at the east side, right? That's where we took our rest, yeah?
Yeah, that is only a town.
Would the bar be open now as well, the Blue Clam? Or it's closed in the morning?
If you went to check,
Like the OG Baldur's Gate, you used to sit in the bar and click the different drinks to get the rumors, to get drunk. And like, okay, I take 2 of this and 3 of this, and a rumor pops up. And then you put more drinks into yourself, you can get a few more rumors. That's how it worked.
so after has done gather.
It's cutting out a bit, Kaden. Your mic is like in out. I don't know if it's too far away from your.
Do you hear me right?
Yeah. I mean, it is really low, and I got you 200%, but I can just that it cuts. Is anyone else having that as well?
No,
Yeah, I heard it.
Sounds pretty quiet.
Yes.
And I have him at 200%.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay, it is. Well, my input is high as it can be.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
But yeah, after finishing off the morning activities, everyone had already eaten, gathered back again. What is that for us? What guys planning?
Plug it in, plug it out. That's what I'm gonna say. It's like you are here doing together what.
I mean, I can still hear all of like your actual words just
You
fine. It's
can?
not cutting out.
Well,
Yeah.
it's-
Well, like it's quiet, but I can still hear everything you're saying.
Mine goes green, then blank, then green, then blank, then green, then blank.
Yeah, sometimes when I talk, it doesn't.
Like right now, it's not green.
yeah, it doesn't make the thing green, and that makes me wonder if you guys are hearing me. Yeah,
Well,
right
maybe
now
it's your mic sense. Have you increased your mic sensitivity?
I have not, but I'm checking it, and sometimes it doesn't pick my voice. But it is weird because other times I have it higher, and it would still pick me up. I'm going lower further. I think that's fine.
You talk continuously, and I see it cuts.
Well, was just saying that after everyone had finished their morning activities, what is the thought process on next move? I think it's good now.
It's perfect. Well, and I take it we're at the east side having breakfast.
Yeah, you can.
I thought we were
either
at the blue
buy
camp. That's
some-
where we
Okay,
paid for
yeah.
rooms.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we do have a few places of interest. Torgas Caravan protection is still a few days away. We've heard rumors of people being killed and driven out of Godsmead, I believe. And there's monsters there.
Dogan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dugan's Hole. As well as we're this far up and we're only like a stone throw away from Lonely Wood. It really depends if you have any agenda where you want to go.
Well, I suppose I'd want to go back and get my ring finally. So that's
Sounds like a
something.
plan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm up for Bryn Shander. It's a great
Oh,
town.
Hell yeah.
and you guys still have the dog sleds.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I rented mine out from Bryn Shander.
We're gonna take 2 dog sleds down then. Is there a rental
Yeah.
agreement?
I mean,
You
sounds
guys
good to
rented
me.
them out
Yeah.
for a couple of days. I think it was 5 days or even a week. Don't remember. But you guys still got plenty of time for using the sleds.
Nice.
All right, let's go.
Off to Bryn Shander.
So the plan is going back to Bryn Shander, okay. Since it is early morning,
Why is there a
the
cutoff
travel
in the
takes...
road? I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry, cutting off. Why is there a cutoff in the dots in the road? Is some sort of ambush there or something?
I don't know. I think the name Bryn Shander, the B was supposed
Ah.
to be there, but it got displaced somehow. I tried to fix it, but I cannot.
All good.
After the travel takes 3 hours with the sleds dogs, since the sleds cut the travel time in half. And since you guys are traveling in the roads, there is no many events that you see, not many people traveling, and where's the map? Okay, you guys arrived from the north gate.
Well, where do you figure we heard something about House in the Morning Lord? Max, is that where we need to go?
Yeah, we need to go back to the House of the Morning Lord. That's where I spoke to, what was her name? Let me pull up my note. That's where I spoke to, oh, where is it? Mashan.
Misha.
Yeah.
Okay, getting there, is in the same state that you found it the first time. Is immaculately clean, and the windows are free from frost, and the interior is dimly lit by candles and um, what is this called? Not torches, the
Lantern, candle.
lanterns. I think lanterns would be the
Sconce?
word.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, what fits the environment the most. And the door is open if you try to go in.
Yes.
And for those that are heading in for the first time, you see uh, this big hall that has a 2 stories building. It's a great hall with some chairs like church type beat, and at the very end there's like an altar with a statue of a person that has 2 faces on each side. One face is an old bearded man, and the other face is also an old, but this time is a woman face. And on top of the head there's kind of like a crown, and the hand is doing like a symbol. I don't know if this or this, I don't know what the statue would be doing, but and the other is holding kind of like a staff. And at the foot of this altar, at the foot of the statue, there are many offerings like jewels, gems, some even weapons there in there. And the second story, you can see the roof, but there's like some rafters for people to walk in, and there's also some other doors on the second floor, and you can go up there by some staircases that are at the very bottom of this hall. And you see Mishani's, the priest Mishani's cleaning the chairs and notices you enter in. And at first, doesn't recognize very well uh, everyone, but after seeing you, Max says, "Hello and welcome to the House of the Morning Lord. Oh, I see you have returned. I hope you bring good news."
As my face looks a little bit solemn, are there like many people around besides our group?
I would say there's no one this early in the morning. Well, I guess it's not that early, but yeah,
Um,
you appear to be the only ones in here.
as I talk to her and say, unfortunately, it looks like whatever experiments were going on in the lab you sent me to went awry, and by the time I had arrived there, there was an explosion.
Yeah, I don't believe I sent you there.
That was copper, man.
Just
Really
was
important.
God damn
a
it.
favor for a friend.
Well, out of character, she was there when I made the deal. Like she understood everything that was going on,
Yeah,
and like she seemed to have recollection of just like, oh yeah, you're going to see that one person. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
she was there. But as you are talking, you see Copper, the gnome, wrapped up in many layers of cold weather clothing. He looks like he's kind of like a cloth golem, sort of like. And he exits a door on the second floor and notices some people on the first floor, but then glances at you, Max, and says, "Oh, it's you!" and rushes down the stairs, almost tripping and falling. But at the end, just reaches down at you and says, it's good to see you back. Tell me, how was everything?"
As I sigh a little bit and slowly repeat myself as I tell him, it's just like, unfortunately, your a friend succumbed to his own experiments. By the time I got there, there was a giant explosion surrounding the his research, and he was. Did we ever find a body, or was there nothing?
There was scorched bones.
There was nothing left but scorched bones.
As you see, this smile on his face fades into a kind of like shocked face and just says, I knew this Microiadus was too smart for his own good and also too proud. His pride was his doom. Oh no, I knew something bad was gonna happen. Tell me, did you find anything of the experiment he was conducting?
As I yeah, can I roll an insight on this guy? I just want to know if like I don't know his general trustworthiness. If I show him this kind of a thing, is he like the experiment? Is he going to be like, ah, no, I must report this, all that kind of stuff?
Okay, yeah.
Powerful magical item. Insight. 16.
You can see that he's visibly frustrated, mostly because there's, well, based on the letter that he left at the cabin, the frustration comes mainly because of he was like trying to tell Macreatus something, but Macreatus wouldn't listen, and so he's frustrated because if he had listened, none of this would have happened. Um, but there's no like malicious intention behind the reasoning.
Okay. As I just like ponder for a moment as I'm thinking about all of that, and then decide to tell him as I look around, make sure no one's watching once again, and just pull out the summer star. As I said, I found his invention and got it working.
And he will look at this with surprised eyes and says, yes, that was the thing he was working on. I knew this contained immense power, but he was too stubborn to listen, and ah, well, things happened. Ah, at least his whole work didn't go to waste. So no remains were found of him, you said.
Yes, just some bones left over that I couldn't quite identify as anything but a uh he was a gnome, right?
Yes.
Yeah, is anything short of like a smaller humanoid.
If this invention surely helps to at least dim the effects of the eternal winter, I think his name is worth to be reminded.
Absolutely. That um and I think with this kind of technology, the efforts to end this eternal winter might actually have a chance.
I thank you for the favor you did me. I am really sorry that my friend is gone, but I need a moment for myself, and he will just go back upstairs and inside the room that he left. And as Mishan was there for, well, did you pull him away to tell him this, or did you do it in front of Mishan?
I trust Michonne enough. I probably would have done it in front of her.
Okay, she kept quiet to respect the conversation that you two were doing, and after Copper leaves, turns to you and said, well, I think your deed was kind enough for me to trust that my efforts retrieving the ring I had offered will be forgiven. She will pull out of her pocket a silver ring with some carvings on the sides and give it to you.
Hell yeah, finally. As I take the ring and give a like a look of gratitude. Thank you so much. This has been quite the journey for me to try to recover this ring.
I hope it's of some help in your journey.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure that our paths will cross again soon.
May the morning Lord blesses your path.
And may the morning Lord bless yours as well. And I'll take my leave.
Okay, is everyone leaving or anyone
I just want to
looking for
catch
anything?
up with Max. Did you tell us about Old Biting and that you wanted to go there, or no?
Yeah, by the time I had gotten back to the cabin where the experiment was going on, I had filled you in on what I had been doing in Bryn Shander when you had left a little bit before me.
Yeah, because we found Old Biting on the wall. I don't know if you watched the episode, did you?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, but basically, yeah, you found old Bitey on the wall, and then they told you that they had actually taken the ring out and either sold or given it to someone else, right? And
Okay, then I can RP this. So, do you know like, the fish we found? There was some wizard that had given it some kind of spell so it could speak, and this is what it said: "Place I want up north, rivers flow, must be under all that snow." I don't know what it means. It was a part of a rhyme or a song or something.
well, a place up north where rivers
Oh,
flow
let me cut and paste it.
is, I mean, do we know of any kind of volcanoes around here?
Nope.
That would be my first guess for a river that flows even while it's
Roll history.
snowing.
Roll history? Is that what we said to
I
Max?
love history.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah.
22.
Well, you know that the reason of why lakes aren't completely frozen solid is because at the very bottom there are some thermal vents that keep the ice from claiming the whole lake. But that's the closest thing to volcano activity that you know in this land.
Okay. Um, well, maybe those kind of thermal vents. That'd be difficult to keep a river flowing, though, especially up north. But yeah, that'd be my best bet is if there's some kind of thermal activity that we could find.
So that's the only thing the the bass no the what we call it Old Bitey told us. Well, he didn't tell us, but it was mechanical. But that came out of his mouth.
I suppose if we follow I suppose if we just follow these rivers, that'd be quite the journey, though.
Mm.
I feel like we might have to find some more definitive clues if we were going to try that.
So what is this ring to you anyway? Why was it in the fish?
This, um, my father had a ring that was given to him by a lord who thought that one of his enterprises was worth sponsoring when times got rough. The winter came and he didn't have enough funds. And in a place like this, a ring of a lord is something of importance. You can go to a bank or something and request withdrawals. And when my father was out fishing, he always kept the ring on him because, of course. And the fish bit off his finger that had the ring on it.
Well, that's quite a grim story.
But yeah, my father has been trying to earn back the that ring for quite some time. I'm not exactly sure of his whereabouts right now, but I know that this was the reason he was uh, shuttled away. My next mission would most likely be to track down this lord and see about getting him released.
Oh, your father's in prison.
Well, I'm not sure what he could be like released from his duties or released from whatever responsibilities arise because he lost this ring.
Hmm. Because there is only one prison in this region that we know about.
Yeah, and
As
that would
you're all wondering, well, I'm guessing you left the Morning Lord's house and were walking as you were having this conversation, yes?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
As you're wandering the streets of Brinchander, you're eventually approached by a black man who's kind of rather on the taller side. He's bald and got a uniform of soldier, but this looks like more brandished, and he's wearing a cloak made of fur. And to his the right of his chest, there's like a pin with the Brinstander's shield made out of gold. And he approaches you and says, "Gentlemen, may I have a word with you?"
Sure, why not?
I am Sheriff Markham Southwell, and Speaker Diversa Shane has asked me to track you down and escort you to the town hall. She'd like to have a word with you.
Is everything okay?
You're in no trouble. Trust me. You have my word.
But I
Well,
guess I'll follow.
yeah. Love to see the speaker. You have some question about her former right hand man, anyway.
Please follow me, as he will guide you guys to the inside of the fucking town hall. And well, this is not exactly what it looks like, but I don't have any more interior backgrounds, but only for it to be more thematic. And as you go in, there's a couple of people like kind of waiting on a response for something, but they're kind of being held up for the moment. And speaker, not the speaker, the sheriff, uh, guides you on to another room where it is well adorned with some comfortable furniture and well lit by lanterns on the walls, and there is some fur carpets as well under a big desk that has a lot of books, papers, and things scattered around. In this desk sitting, there's a young woman that there's actually a hand up for her. A young woman that looks kind of like in constant activity. She doesn't seem to have lots of rest as her you notice some bags. Is it called bags on the ice?
Yeah.
And but she still seems to keep herself well kept. Her hair looks immaculate, and her dressing is also uh, not luxurious, but um, kind of polished, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Were you able to see the handle?
Hmm.
She is kind of like writing something down and greets you with the gaze and says, "Oh, you have brought them here. Thank you, Sheriff. You may presence the conversation we're about to have. Please stand aside. And it's a pleasure to finally see the faces of the ones that have done some good for the townfolk of this land. I have received some notice about some kind activities that you have performed for other towns, and something that I greatly appreciate during these harsh times. Please take a seat."
Thank you. As I sit down one of the chairs.
Before telling you the reason that I have summoned you here, I would like to know you a little better. What can you tell me about yourselves?
My name is Brutus Stonehands. I'm older Goliath. Just trying to make my way in the world with this group of people. What do you want to know?
It is not common for us to see Goliaths within our towns, and during this eternal, everlasting rhyme, the sightings of your people became more common as Goliaths descend down the mountains because the circumstances are too harsh. I just want you, and she points towards the two Goliaths. Just want you to know that you're always welcome around towns, even if it's not what you're accustomed to.
Thank you.
Anyone else doing any introduction?
You can point to just the introduction so we know who it is. Otherwise, we will jump in.
Well,
Do you have the same top to bottom? Is it Bo, Dylan, Kaiden, me, and then
no,
Max, or no?
it is not.
Uh-huh.
It's different
It
for
is for
everyone.
me.
For
It
me,
is?
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan, you're next.
My name's Thorin, and I am an artificer just trying to build a new life for myself in this new region.
I see you're not from this town, or even not from this side of the world.
Yeah, not entirely, no.
I hope the circumstances that brought you here aren't the worst.
Of course not. Just needed to change this pace in my life. I figured I was 120, so I could start venturing to new areas.
I'm so sorry you reached this part of the world during its worst possible time, but we all have faith it will improve.
I hope so too.
What keeps you so chipper?
Out of character, what does that mean?
Happy.
Like, joyful. Like, why is she so like upbeat and cheery, and everyone else we've met has kind of been, more realistic given the situation and circumstances.
It is important for me to keep a rather positive ground since I am the representative of all towns, and if I fall, everyone just will follow before me.
You wanted to see us. Does that mean you have something you want us to do?
You're not entirely wrong. I could certainly use some help from adventurers brave enough to wander into the Ravel's End. It is not a safe journey, and the place itself is not the kindest to outsiders. There's some information that I have to retrieve from one of its prisoners. One person that used to work closely with me, but now it seems that I
What is
suspect
this information, though?
he might be still pulling some strings, even within the most secure prison probably in the world.
Hmm.
As you may be already aware of, there's some sightings and activity of the red wizards
Mm.
of Thai. I don't know if if they are known to you.
We may have heard some things, but this information must be pretty important. Would you fill us in on what it is?
Give me just a second.
No worries.
Probably more than a second.
Well, we've heard of this man. We've heard that he is locked up at Ravel's End. He was your former right hand man, but he was cast out due to the activities he was doing and his connection with the Red Wizards.
Some years ago, he plotted taking over 10 towns,
Mm.
all for hunger of power, and thankfully his ulterior motives were revealed and rightfully put behind bars.
What was
Was
his
that your
name?
doing?
It was some other people that discovered these activities that he had uncovered and let the whole region know them in time before it was too late.
I believe my friend is curious what his name is.
Although this is sensitive information, I know you're trustworthy people, and the name of this prisoner is Valish Gant. Within the prison itself, they will not reveal any names of their prisoners for security reasons. They will just call letters and numbers. But with a official permit that I will hand you, they will know what prisoner you have to talk to. And give me a second, I'm just trying to find the information that he's able to give.
Well, while you look, I can present myself. I'm Martok, former clan leader of the Wormdoom Crag. And as you know, as we get older, we always want to have the strongest at the strongest positions. So someone else took over, and I was cast out. I'm just here trying to end the rhyme and make it a better world for all these people in Icewind Dale. What about you, Max? Mute.
Well, yeah, I know. Noticed just in time. Um, I am Maxwell. You might have heard of my father's former gnomish tinkering shop, the Cogwheel, over in Brinshander. Um, I've followed in his footsteps for ages, but with the growing cold, this it was shut down. I have been roaming around trying to find answers in the arcane to possibly help end this winter.
Very kind deeds that everyone is trying in this land. And again, I'm ever grateful. I wish I could be of more help. But as the head of the Council of the Speakers, I've got enough on my hands to deal with. I am even asking you a favor, and I hope you accept. I really don't have big rewards but this is some information. The information that prisoner Village Gand gives us might be key for why there's these Red Wizards of Thai are getting involved into this land.
Why would you say that? Is he some covert spy for some organization?
As you may already know, this is no land of saint people. People come here either because they are forced to, or they don't have anywhere else to go. Valish Gand is no exception. He hails from Luskan, and he was connected to the Sentharim, a dark undercover organization that wants to convert. They want to exploit as much as they can from anywhere they go, and that was Village Gant's plans. He wanted to convert Icewind Dale into a trade post for the Sentharin and bring and send resources overseas.
And this is an
To-
issue?
Sorry?
And this is an issue, though?
What do you mean?
Well, these resources, are they bad things they're bringing in? It sounds like... I guess I'm just... Why is them bringing in resources considered a bad thing?
Well, was not resources for this land, was resources to benefit only and exclusively the Sentharim organization.
Mm.
And in order to pull this off, Village Gand has some connections to the Arcane Brotherhood. And hence why I suspect there are some recent sightings of more Red Wizards of Thai around. I have to know if he's somehow involved with this, and that's the reason I am trying to send someone to talk to this person. I can provide you with enough gold to make the trip, sustain yourselves during the travel, and if there's anything you would also need, I will do my best to provide it.
Well, I, for one, think this is a noble cause to help the region of this foul elements that have tried to gain foothold here. Already suspected some of these elements being here due to caravans roaming around selling overpriced items to the locals and shady things happening in different towns. So I, for one, would think this is a great cause for us. I don't know what the rest of you think.
I think the initiative. What is the rest of you say?
I think in an effort to help us, it would be useful if using your speaker abilities, you could somehow get these dogs that we have been towing around just in our name, so we don't have to worry about renting them. They could just be ours. Is there any way you could do that?
There's definitely something I can do for it.
Okay. But I am with Martok. And the rest of this lot.
I have a question as whether how we get there. Did you want to say something, Max?
No.
How do we get there safely? I mean, is there any routes up there to Ravensend? I guess the prisoner must be transferred there somehow, but is there any natural route that would be safer up there?
Unfortunately, there's not. There used to be a beaten path, but it has been long covered by all the snow that has been falling over 2 years now, and there is no guarantee that the path from here to there will be safe.
So what is the best mode of transport to get there?
Prisoners usually get to the rebels and overseas, or they are transported by what is it called? Is it like aircraft, the big balloons that float?
Zeppelin.
Yeah, but
Or
what are they called in D&D?
oh, airships, maybe, I don't know.
Airships, yeah. They're brought either overseas or by airships. The Rebel's End is not used for prisoners of Icewind Dale exclusively. That is the most remote and secure prison, as I already said, probably in the whole world. So the most wanted and charged prisoners are brought in there.
Well, it's probably for the best that there's no roads leading away from it, just in case.
There, it is certainly somewhere rather impossible to escape.
Yes, but maybe the people on the inside, that's just what they want. I mean, all these evil people in one place, and they're trying to get this information to and out. Maybe the prison has become a red day stronghold of sorts, and we'll go there, it'll be a death trap.
It is heavily secured, and the prisoners do not have contact with each other. They are classified in separate blocks, and periodically the code name that they use for their prisoners changes. So if you want to communicate with prisoners C14, it might be one today, but might be a completely different person tomorrow. It is very. They have some advanced techniques to prevent anyone from plotting anything from the inside.
That sounds great. Is there anything else you can help us with in our travels?
Besides providing the transportation method and enough gold to sustain you through during the days that it will take you.
I mean, look at us. And look at this guy that we just got out of a hole in the ground. I mean, he could certainly use some new clothes, maybe a new set of armor. Maybe if you can either help us with that or maybe get some discounts in town.
I wouldn't complain about any of that.
Honestly, as far as discounts, I don't feel like we'll struggle all that much. But if you could put us in contact with maybe some suppliers of finer goods that we could purchase for ourselves, that's really what we're struggling with more. For me, for instance, I've been struggling to find anyone that deals in the more arcane goods.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Give me a magic shop, god damn it.
Well, there's an armor shop in this town that's quite nice, but they have no magic.
You said persuasion?
I thought that was your roll, man. I thought that was your roll. Like, oh shit, a 10.
Well, it was
Damn it.
one person with advantage or either two different rolls. So either Brutus can re-roll or another person roll for persuasion.
Well, was I rolling for persuasion?
Yeah, I think you were. I just wanted to see what I can get. I don't like that I can't delete my rolls on Roll20 like I can on Foundry.
Alright, so I'll roll with advantage then.
Okay. Well, since you're getting Martok's help, he also.
I'm going to use my chrono shift
how
to
does that
reroll
even? How does that even roll?
Unlucky.
Wow.
Holy cow. This land is very hard to get some magical users to get involved in here. They rather be in places where their business can flourish better. As for equipment, I sure I can give you a token for a sort of contract with me officially, so you can get some discounts over the Black Iron Blades, which is the only smithy that has thrived through the eternal winter.
No, that is very generous of you. And on the note of the Red Wizards, we have the names of those, and I've been looking for them for quite some time. Give me a second here.
We know one of them was executed in East Heaven, but I have reasons to suspect there were more, and with you mentioning this, my worries just increase.
Yeah, if you ever come across the names Avarice, whom we have, or one of our party members has met, Nas Lantomir
She
or
will
Villeneuve.
grab a parchment of paper and we'll start writing down the names that you're mentioning.
Yeah.
Avarice,
Nas Lantomir, and
Nas Lantomir,
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
Hmm.
We'll make Sheriff. Can you make a communicate with these names to all guards from all towns? And Sheriff will say immediately, as he will leave and direct himself towards the garrison.
Was his name Markash Mashwall?
Sheriff Markham Southwell.
Okay, Markham.
Markham Southwell.
He's a
I
sheriff.
think there's actually. Yep. Yep, here he is.
You.
Is there anything else that you might require for the departure? Well, I am already assuming that this will be done.
Yes, we'll be on our way as soon as we gathered enough supplies. Head out.
She will grab like some official form paper and we'll start writing down her name, your names. Since you all already made an introduction, she will write down those names in there and make kind of like a sign the paper and hand it to you. And every time you wish to purchase something from the Black Iron Blades, you can show this discount. This is more like a business that I am doing with the shop itself. I do not want the business to go under by giving free discounts. So some of the part of the payment that you will require to make, it's coming from me. As well as, and she will grab another paper and write another some other words in there, fold it, put it inside a lettered format, and hand it to you. When you reach the revel's end, hand this to the guards that you see. They will know the reason of your arrival.
You picking this up, Max, and putting it in your backpack? You're the safest with items.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take this and store it.
Okay.
And it's just a seal.
There is like one business contract that you have to hand to the Black Iron Blades owner,
Got it.
and then there is like a letter, and it's sealed.
For us to get to the prisoner of Ravenel's End, we need to show it at Ravenel's End.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thank you all for taking this favor into your own hands. I really did not have anyone else to send. I have already dispatched many of the town's guards and troops to other towns to help them fare during these harsh times. So I had no better option than to find the heroes of many towns now.
What are we called again?
I have heard that the group is being called the Little Giants.
We sure are. Yeah.
You're damn right. That's terrible. We need something better.
And there's actually an origin for this name, but you still haven't reached it.
Oh.
Or not reached it, like you haven't like found it yet.
Hey Max, speaking, it's just the end of this conversation with or does anyone want to ask something else? Before I jump into a private conversation with Max.
I don't have anything with this particular woman.
Yeah, same.
So Max,
Okay.
you inquired about magic items from this region and ways of finding them. I mean, the only place we found them is on obscure places, upside down towers, bottom of lakes and such. But did you ever look into that shard that was blank that you found? Maybe it can be used to chart somehow. I don't know, but maybe it's of some use.
Well, the one Tartling fragment that I have is non-magical, even though it is larger than the usual. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that, if it has been used up or not. But I also have this strange dark pearl that we seem to have found in similar areas that is
I have no
odd,
idea where the pearl came from.
that is
neither.
oddly magical.
Do you?
What is it? Where does it come from?
Well, I've been trying to do some research. Perhaps perhaps even learn something along the lines of identify to help me in my studies. But for now, I really have no clue what it could be.
Maybe this guy we dug out of the ground knows a bit about rocks. I mean, he's literally been found underground. Or
Um,
well, my idea was maybe you can charge this crystal up. I mean, it should be able to hold power, right? I mean, if it can contain power, maybe you can charge it up with power. Who knows?
well, in theory, that could work, but I don't. I suppose I could try, but I don't think it's quite the same kind of magic storing as, for instance, the Pearl of Power.
Like I said, I'm no magician. I know nothing about this, but made sense to me. But probably
As
not to someone that's
what is it? Yeah, I'll try it out when we when we have our next moment alone, maybe for a long rest or something. I'll mess with it. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, that made me remember, and I was gonna ask, have you tried to inspect the fragment?
I did a while ago, but I haven't in some time.
I believe I told you it was more like a forging material.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
So like something you would put into an item.
Or to make something out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a malleable crystal then, or wait, no, it's fragment. Okay, it's not a crystal at all. I just got used to
That's
thinking of
totally
tartaline
fragment.
as a. I just got used to thinking of tartaline as some sort of like icy crystal.
It is most of the time is like the most common form of finding it. But it also is more like in more concentrated forms, it is more like a mineral.
Okay. Well, that is very useful to know. Right. That is one mystery down.
Hmm.
Now the fucking black pearl. I swear to God, I do not recall giving that, but if I
I have
did,
Vecna.
Was it in the Wizard Tower? Because that's the only place I can think of that it would have been in. I mean, unless we took it from that
didn't
peak.
you maybe
We found the Pearl of Power in the tower,
didn't
and
you maybe misheard and note it down as a black pearl when I said something else?
I don't think so, because I specifically remember saying like you said strange dark pearl, and then when I asked what it was, you were like, oh well, you can look into this later.
Just going over all the items in the game. Going over what could it have been. I'm just trying
I
to
will
say.
have to.
Because
We'll have to look at a replay because I'm so confused. Do you maybe remember what session it was to narrow down the search?
it would have been a very early on one, probably around the time we went to the tower.
Did you find any Yeti cave? No, that wasn't it.
I mean, it could be any item at this point because if it's a miscommunication thing, it could be any.
Well, it's a challenge. I'll go through its speed run through the episodes and see if I can find it. At least I know it's the first few.
Yeah,
Uh,
just change the
okay, I
replay
think
speed to
it's
like
a
×2.
Oh, I always
good
do. I
good
always do.
spot for a good spot
No
for a
worries.
file
I'll
break,
just scour the archives.
Yeah.
um, I was gonna say something.
Buy a break is what you said.
Yeah, the good spot for a vial break, but I wanted to also. I forgot. I forgot.
Come back in 5.
Time's running out. You'll figure it out, man. Let's take a break and let's go over item pearl episodes, buy a break, thingamajig. See you in 5.
What's the name of the tower we went to?
The Nether East
I-
Tower.
I thought, but after having talked with Caden for a bit, I'm completely unsure.
Yeah, but the Upside Down Tower was the Nether East Tower from one of the floating islands of
Yeah.
the Nether East.
Well, we'll find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into episodes now. You're muted, Caden. So in a bit.
Black pearl, a opaque pearl black gemstone worth 500 gold pieces. That's just on raw. That's just on raw, baby. Can't hear you at all. I literally can't hear you. Nope. Something came through, and then your camera froze.
Yerbo, you're scouring the internet?
No.
What about, if you can download transcripts off what was said during episodes?
Yeah. You with Crisp, it does transcripts. If you have Crisp audio, like the actual.
Yeah, but
thing.
that's not on YouTube, yeah? I was thinking of the audio-generated subtitles, if there was a transcript on YouTube to generate those, because then I could
Oh.
easily search for anytime it mentioned
Yeah,
Pearl, and I
true.
could find it easily, instead of watching 10 episodes, 2x, and trying to jump to the places where we could have found it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
We
don't.
when
We
you
could
add
what?
items to D&D Beyond, do they sort them by date added or name? Ah, shit, it's name. Okay.
A bear and a rabbit shitting in the woods. Bear
Mm.
looks over at the rabbit. Says, "You got any problem with the shit sticking to your fur?"
Nope.
The little rabbit says no, so the bear picks him up and wipes his butt with him.
Yeah. Good old rabbit joke.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hello? Oh,
Oh, that
what?
sounds much better, whatever the
Mm.
fuck you just did.
What the Okay, hi. Do you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. You hear me? All right?
Oh,
Okay.
no.
What's happening?
I don't know what's happening. You're like,
For a minute, the mute switch that I was talking earlier from my headset started working, and I'm testing out now, and it's not working again. So it was like only for a minute.
aha.
Okay, I'll be right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
need you to stop lying to me, alright?
Mm.
Enough of the bullshit.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up Studio and see if I can find something. Because
You don't know, dude. You don't know,
So
man.
in the
You don't know.
didn't we find something in the Yeti cave? We found a potion of wall walking or something like that, and up on the hill was a dead thiefling and a dwarf. The dwarf we went back to the valley with. The thiefling, I don't remember she had anything. I picked up a water skin and a piece of cheese, and then the guy that we saved, that was the last one alive of that party, got torn apart. She gave the spell book to Max. That's all I remember from that session. Just going through the different. Yeah, but I don't remember.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, but in that pile with the potion, I'm trying to think, was there something else? If that wasn't it.
I mean, the only pearl I can think of that we've gotten is the pearl of power that I've gotten.
Yeah, and that one was like specified from the beginning.
You walked alone up to the second story of the castle we were in the town after we went to the town that had the Levistus followers. You were the only one up on the second floor scouring that floor and talked to the lady that died and the world will burn and this
I don't remember grabbing any items though.
No, you saw I think saw a couple of cats and that was it. No, I don't remember that either.
What's up?
No, we're going over sessions.
Well, is everyone back?
Yeah.
After speaking with Duvesa and getting this new information that she needs someone to go to the rebels and to acquire some information about the the recent sightings of red wizards of Thai in the region, and see if this old, or not old, like this former criminal is somehow involved with it. Now, what is the move?
We got a discount, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. And the only place
I don't
Are you
know
going
why
to?
you're so like, out of character. Like I don't know why you're so concerned with discounts. We're millionaires.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a shit ton of mine. I like only got 900 G. I figured go by there and see if we can pick something up for Dylan.
I
Are you
have
going to the Black
coupons.
Earth place?
Ooh. All I can think about is the latest to cut those out of the newspapers and hand them in.
Are you heading to the Black Earth place?
Ah, that's the only store in town we know of.
Yeah.
Well, I at least would like to have a look what they got.
You go and are greeted with the two same dwarves that attended to you the other day. Uh, I don't believe you inquired their names. But anyway, they welcome you and say, you have returned, and I see you're brandishing the things you brought from us the other day. I am sure it is great quality.
We haven't died yet from it.
And you will never do.
That's a bold statement.
Well, out of character, I guess we can't really come back here if we die and fucking ask for a refund.
you won't complain if you're dead.
100%
you die.
satisfaction guaranteed.
Exactly. Unless you die and one of your companions brings back the corpse and say, "Hey, this one died." What say you in your defense?
We've just come in for some more amenities. See what possibly you have, if anything new.
There is not much new, but you can take a look around.
Okay.
So what do we see in the shop? There was a general shop with random items like crampons and stuff, and then there was the armor shop that had, was it mithril?
Yeah, real equipment.
Mithril plates and stuff. I just don't remember all they
Oh,
You see the empty compartment where you bought the splint armor from. It's still without any replacements.
What kind of armor do you be wearing, Thorin?
I have some chainmail on right now. Just good old dusty reliable.
Would you like something a little sturdier?
I mean, I would not complain at all.
I thought I saw some splint lying around or plate.
You see, well, if you're looking at the mithril equipment, you see a half plate, a chainmail, and you already bought the splint armor, so you only see those two.
So half plate and chainmail.
Yes.
But that is only the mithril variety. He had normal as well.
Only the mithril. There's more equipment.
Oh, you can wear heavy armor.
Yeah. I can wear heavy armor.
Wow.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah. Cool.
I picked this class because it was like the weirdest spellcaster, and it seemed really fun.
Yeah.
They get some sweet. What are they called?
Infusions.
I was gonna say invocations, but that's a warlock thing.
I don't even understand how
After
it
my
works.
next long rest, I get to make a homunculus, which is essentially a little robot servant we can send on suicide missions.
But
It has
does
no
that
choice
take an
but to
infusion?
listen.
Do you have to use an infusion for that one? Or
Yeah, but it's cool.
yeah,
I
it's
like
really
it.
cool. Yeah. Like a metal dog.
K9.
It's just a Roomba with a bear trap duct taped to the front of it.
Yeah. So we got the half plate and the chainmail and mithril. What did he have of any normal variety?
Normal variety. They have. These are weapons. Where the heck do I have the armors?
Pretty sure you said plate. Full plate last time.
Did I?
'Cause, yeah, full plate would be pretty handy.
What does your dog look like? What will it look like? I guess we can find out.
Oh,
I'm excited.
my homunculus?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was something I wasn't 100% final on. It is not going to be a dog, though. I'd feel too bad sending it off on a suicide mission.
Oh, fair point.
It'll be a cat instead.
No.
Hyena. That's good.
Why?
Tell the guy to bring out the goods. We got money burning a hole in our pocket.
Oh, if only I had something to spend all this money on.
See,
God, I'm so sick of my.
normal normal equipment. You see chainmail, ringmail, and yeah, a plate.
What kind of plate?
Not plate mail, just a plate.
The dinner special.
Like full plate or half plate?
Yeah, full plate.
Wow.
It's a dinner plate.
It's a
Wow.
dinner plate. Yeah.
With the discounts, what are we looking at? For the full
You
plate?
haven't. You
Well,
haven't
sir,
tell them.
how much
about it.
would the full plate be? With a wave over max?
This is some great craftsmanship, and not many in the region have the skill to make some of this. And I am looking for something like 1,500 gold pieces.
That's quite a bit.
It's an investment for keeping your life intact.
What say you? What say you about your armor? What do you think? This would just like what it mechanically wise, what it just sets your AC to 18, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to show the token as well from the what's it called, speaker that we got for discounts, Max.
Oh right. As I'm just like looking over, I'm like, oh, should I? Oh right. And then I pull out the document and the seal, and show it to this this forge master. Say, we've also been presented this in hopes that you might be able to help us in our endeavors.
And what this might be, as she grabs it, he grabs it. Start reading it. Ah, there is some serious business you must be in, huh?
Just a tad.
With let me see. After the discount, you can have this for 1,300 gold pieces.
Have you looked at the size of him? I mean, what if this big guy wanted
Yeah.
it, and this little guy, and he would charge the same?
Yeah, I'm like a third the material.
It is the technique you use it to craft it rather than the material.
Well,
Are you do you know anything about smithing, Thorin?
I just so happen to be an expert on that.
Well, if it's crafting it that's the problem, perhaps since it's going to have to be fit to him, perhaps he can help you in your endeavors, and that could lower the price.
The piece is already crafted.
Already crafted. So you're saying that your plate mail can fit either, I point to the Goliath, this behemoth, or I point to myself, me, who is a third, maybe a quarter their size.
He will walk.
I have to
toward-
see this technique.
Now this is a technique I need to learn.
You said
He
you
will
didn't deal in
walk
magic.
towards Thorin and grab the plate mail and like put it side to side and say, see, we are both almost the same size. It'll fit us, either of us. As for the Goliath, I will have to take some time to craft some for him in case you want to.
Did you want some as well, Brutus?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay.
So 1,500 gold pieces.
It's
That would
13.
1,300 gold
13.
pieces. That'd be 130 platinum.
I can pitch in 300.
Ooh, actually, nah, I don't. I think I'll be able to skeet by on my chainmail for now. And save up for a bit.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's other towns where it's cheaper than this. I heard that there's better materials in other towns as well. Thank you, though, sir. Unless you'd be willing
if that
to
you will
part
not-
with it for 1,000.
Do you have splint mail by chance?
The only splint mail I had, you already bought it from me.
Ah. When did we buy that? Was that last time we were here?
It was
Would
when you
I
weren't
be
here.
able?
Yeah, it was a session you
okay.
weren't here for, unfortunately. But if you'd be willing to
Given
part with it for 1,000, I'd be willing to take it off your hands.
A roll persuasion.
I'd pitch in for that too.
Oh, God. Okay. I rolled a 13.
What's your how persuasive are you? What's your
I got
Plus
plus
6.
6.
Yeah, it's got a plus.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna have you re-roll that.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
God. Please don't fuck it up twice.
Don't screw it up, man.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
good.
a
That's
little bit
decent
better.
roll. Yeah.
Well, I guess I would naturally give you a discount for it and putting on top the contract that I have just been given. I say I can part with it for 1,100.
Sounds like a deal.
You
Yep.
had just made your best decision of your life.
All right. I will subtract 1,100 gold.
What's the heaviest I can wear as a medium? Is it scale or what's it called?
I can pay for half, Brutus, if you like.
No, that's all right. I know you got to copy spells and stuff. That stuff gets expensive.
That is true, but not 200 platinum true.
To circumvent some of that cost, could I trade in my chainmail for like 50 gold?
Your chainmail?
Yeah, my so I don't have to lug that around anymore.
But you already have
It-
another armor on you, do you?
Well, I'm saying if I'm going to be buying the plate, I don't need to also be carrying around chainmail, which is what I'm
Oh,
wearing
you're
right
buying
now.
it for yourself.
That was my plan. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna buy the plate mail for
Hey.
yourself?
Oh, was it
I
for
thought you
Thorn?
were. I thought.
I thought it was for
Okay,
yourself,
yeah, that's
Brutus.
fine.
Yeah, I thought it was for you.
That's
Brutus.
fine. Yeah, no, we can. That's cool.
I'm so lost.
Oh, you're good, man.
Oh,
I've come into this shop twice now.
I've purchased armor from someone else.
For me. I love that. That's hilarious.
oh, what I was
You
gonna
can
say,
add-
I also have Smith's tools and I'm proficient with them. So would I be able to maybe forge my own
You
if
could.
I got a bunch of steel?
Yeah, you might actually be allowed in the Dwarven city. They treated us like garbage for the most part.
Oh yeah, I probably would be able to get y'all in there.
They told us
Casual
sleep
+5.
outside.
Oh well, you're not selling the chainmail. Okay.
No, I am. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. Because I need to wear armor.
Well, Thorin is definitely selling his.
Yeah, Thorin needs to sell his now.
This looks fairly new. I see you haven't engaged very much into dangerous spots. It looks in good shape. I can take it for 60 gold pieces.
Fuck, I should have casted Distort Value.
Well, that's a good deal,
Hey,
Thorin.
there's a lot more shops. Thorin, are you gonna sell your chainmail to this guy?
Ooh, oh yeah, I can.
He's offering 60 gold pieces. So if you remove it from your inventory, you can add 60 gold pieces to yourself. By the way, what is
Do
your
you have any?
strength
Do you have any
score?
armor after that?
Yeah, he'll have plate armor.
I don't
okay,
think
so we are
oh.
getting the plate.
I don't know if he
Okay.
gets
Yeah.
gets a disadvantage as a dwarf. I think dwarf can wear whatever armor
Yeah, I
regardless
think-
of strength score.
yep.
No, you.
Dwarves
Well,
have
you
armor.
always.
I get to use my intelligence score instead of a strength modifier. Specifically, I can find what ability it is.
Oh, you are
Yeah, it's
not
the
proficient in
artificer
heavy
one.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll always have disadvantage on stealth, though.
Wait, am I not proficient with heavy armor? I thought I was.
You are not.
Are you not?
Battlesmith.
Well, in the meantime, DM, do they have any half plates that is not the mithril variety?
Yes.
You have proficiency in martial weapons.
So you can. Wait, how were you wearing a chainmail if you're proficient with heavy armor?
Oh, because he's been wearing scale mail.
Ah, so it wasn't chainmail. So you fool these guys and sold your chainmail for overpriced.
You should have rolled the persuasion, damn it. You had us all fooled.
Damn. Okay.
Well, then the plate is yours, then, Brutus.
Yeah, then I will back to square one.
Yeah, back to square.
Do you have a
60
breastplate?
gold.
So wait. So Thorin didn't sell anything, and you bought the full plate for yourself, and you sold your
Yes.
chainmail.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But we can still grab a half plate for Thorin. That is the highest in medium armor.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh,
they
well,
have
thank you,
defense.
though.
We can get you guys both a set.
That's a base 15 AC plus set of dex. So
With the contract, he
Oh,
will give the
that's-
half plate for 620.
So
Okay.
that's what mine does right now is 15 plus dex. I just don't have any dex.
Well, your scale mail should be 14 plus dex.
Just
Oh
kill
wait,
him.
that's right. Because I have the +1 to AC from something else. That's right.
So with the half plate would be 15 plus 1.
Yeah.
I'll grab one then with my own platinum here, and let's see what can we deduct.
Oh, thank you much. I really appreciate it.
I was thinking picking one up for you and for me, but I only have 932.
I have some gold I can pitch in.
I mean,
I'm running
I'll-
low, but I mean,
Let me spend my gold, damn it.
Still
I'll-
has 2,000 gold.
I'll buy your armor, Thorin. Half plate.
Thank
How much
you.
was it?
620.
620.
Done.
Business haven't been this prosperous in a long time. So are you buying something for yourself, Mortok?
Yeah, I'm deducting the gold now and selling my, what's it called? Scale mill.
You also getting a half plate?
Yeah. If he
Okay.
has one. Does he have two?
Yeah, I would say so, but if you give me some time, I can make the adjustments necessary for it to fit you.
Okay. Fine by me. I'll hand over the gold and wait for the adjustments.
I'll get to work. He will grab one of the plates and start hammering at it, tying some other belts and trying to expand it, adding more plates to it for it to be sturdy as it can. The process would take around 13 minutes. So after this time, he hands you the newly made, or not newly made, the updated version of your half plate, and it's yours now.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to take this off my hands as I present my scale mail with a few dinks in it?
It has been in many battles, I can tell. It has saved you from a couple of hits, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure took a clobbering. I don't know what we've met so far, but yeah. Oh, the of course the wormkin
The
that attacked
worm,
us
you
100
have been
times.
hit by arrows from Durgar. What else? The Turtling Berserkers with the flails, they have also
Yeah.
hit you. The Dragon Wormlings
Yeah.
have breath cold into you. Well, I guess that's not an armor thing anymore. Than
I'm
like a
acting
dex save.
magical at this point.
Yeah. In this trade, I will take it for 20 gold pieces.
Sure. That's fine by me.
And
Can I also grab a shield while I'm here?
shields of any size you need, of any material you need. Well, not actually any material, but it'll do the job. And he has a steel shield. This will cost you 15 gold pieces. With the contract, I can leave you at 11.
well, perhaps
sounds
with
good
all
to
the
me.
business, you could just throw it in as a gesture of good faith for everything we've purchased here today.
Roll persuasion.
I believe in you.
Did it roll?
No.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gentleman's 20. Yeah.
You should have said you want a discount on weapons as well.
Yeah,
was a-
sure. Why not? It is just a piece of metal with some handles. I'm sure it will protect you well, and it is a piece of gratitude for all the good business you have done with me.
Of course.
Thank you, thank you.
Any other ways I can be of service?
Well, I do believe we need some winter pelts as well as some crampons, perhaps with Thorin. I don't believe we have any additional. They don't slip on ice. It's quite dangerous out here. You don't want to slip down into a ravine.
My sister Elsa can help you with those sort of equipment.
And how about weapons? What fashions do you have of those?
Anything from close combat to ranged combat, from reaching your enemies from the distance and smacking them on the head. I have clubs, daggers, great clubs, hand axes. There's some javelins if you feel like throwing something. Hammers, the sizes that you want. If you feel like you want to have some fun, some flails is your thing, or maybe axes if you want to chop down while also hitting your opponents. If you're more of the shooting type, there's the light crossbow. I also have the regular crossbows, or some short or long bows.
And when we look through this, is there anything out of any special variety, or are they all about look the same, like regular weapons?
They look like they are all industrialized made.
Hmm. I, for one, is good. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm
I think I'd-
doing fine. Yeah.
Is there any chance I could buy some of your raw materials, actually?
I think you would have better luck if you visit the Dwarven Valley.
See, you'd think that, but all they would sell me was a few sheets of steel, whereas I see you have a few uh, more protective and potent things like mithril. And did I happen to see adamantine?
There is no adamantine in this shop.
Where did we see adamantine last?
At
I
the
know I've seen it.
basement of the speaker called Dragons.
Oh,
So,
right.
yeah.
But yeah, mithril, perhaps.
Yeah, this is a very hard to come by material, and I use it often on my forges.
It wouldn't be all too much, not more than to forge maybe a blade or two.
I can forge in 1 or 2 blades with it.
Unfortunately, I have some more specific specifications that I would prefer to work on my own.
So you want to purchase the raw material.
Yes.
I will sell it to you as with the processed price.
And
Like what he means is like sell
as
it as it was already crafted into something. So he's putting in the word that he would do with it in the price that he's selling it.
okay, so I don't know, I guess I'll have to get into like pounds of items, like what a short sword weighs 2 pounds. So
Hmm.
yeah, a short sword's worth.
No, I think
Yeah,
he's
but
saying
if
that
a
he will.
whole short sword weighs 2 pounds, you just need the blades worth, right? Because we can make the hilt out of something else.
Yeah.
I think what he's saying is he needs to break down a chainmail. So you need to buy the chainmail, break down the material to get enough to craft something else.
2 pounds of mithril, please.
I will give it to you for 40 gold pieces.
40 gold pieces. That's as I Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Thank you very much.
The thanks goes to you.
And
All
he
right.
was
Guess
dropping
that's
off.
all we need.
He was going to the general store to pick up some crampons, and I don't know if we can find a fur coat for him.
Oh yeah, the shop literally next to this one. You can find all adventurers equipment, even rations, rope, anything that you would need for adventuring in the wilderness.
How much rations can we
Oh,
find?
right, quick.
Go ahead.
The
Oh,
crampons
right.
are 4 gold pieces. And what else are you buying?
Oh, right, quick. Thank you guys for having me. I need to head off to work right
Yes,
now.
Same
Oh.
here.
Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Okay.
Okay. What else were you buying?
I need to go to work.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
I thought you said they were free.
they said that. Yeah.
They
did.
said they were free until 5 when the bread finished, I thought.
Oh, I don't know what 5 is. I thought 5 was a
Oh.
couple of hours.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
10
it was a
minutes from
couple of
now.
hours.
It's 5 o'clock for me.
Huh. I didn't know what time it was their time, so seemed like a few hours away. It was great. We got to get some stuff. Really excited about
Not gonna lie, I didn't expect it to go that well.
Oh yeah, with the
Like
prep. I mean,
I felt powerful role playing Duvessa Shane.
yeah.
Like I never ran out of answer. That was great.
Yeah. I mean, I think you prepped it once before when we had it in here, just